Hello everybody. Before we get into today's beer review, as you know, over the last couple of days I've been posting about going away from YouTube and stuff because I was having a lot of problem with a couple of trolls, and in all fairness, I really don't know who they were, but I had a pretty good idea. So basically I had exhausted all efforts through YouTube, which is actually owned by Google now, and had no success. I mean, I just couldn't get anything done, and to make a long story short, because I don't want this to be a big to-do, basically I was getting ready to shut the beer reviews down and off of YouTube and just post them on Facebook and Twitter. And so yesterday afternoon I just decided to take all the videos down, and that's what I did, except for yesterday's beer review. So after about 2 hours, I went back and I checked the other site that was doing all the 175 silly videos of me, so in little bits and pieces, and added all kind of strange stuff to it. So very strange site, very warped sense of humor. But anyway, to make a long story short, like I said, the site was gone and had been closed, so I don't know what's going on with that. So I don't know if we're over with the troll situation or what's going on. So I put the videos back up into public instead of private, and we're going to go from there and see what happens. So we're going to do today's beer review, and hopefully the trolls have got their fun and games, and we can move on. So the biggest thing about it, I didn't have as big a problem with the other site as I did there was a guy impersonating me. Instead of having, you know, my Gregsbeerreviews, beer reviews is 2 R's there, he had 1 R in there, and then he did one with 3 R's in there. And he'd taken my picture and put it on his site, and was commenting on other sites as me. And I had a big problem with that, but I still couldn't get any help from YouTube or Google from that. So I don't know what's going on with that, guys. But anyway, I guess when you have almost 8,000 subscribers, you're going to have a few of them that are fanatics or have a warped sense of humor. So without any further ado, let's do the beer review. Let's go see what's in the beer. Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today's beer comes from Pike Brewery. They're out of Seattle, Washington. This is their IPA, India Pale Ale. And it's got a lot of information on the label. It says it's 6.3 alcohol by volume. The original gravity is 1.062. The IBUs are 60. And the ingredients are water, malt, hops, and yeast. That's the only 4 things you need, guys. That's basically what the, I'm trying to think what the purity law out of Europe back in 1500s said that's the only thing the beer could have in it was those 4 ingredients: water, malt, hops, and yeast. So that being said, it's got the 4 ingredients we want. That's what we're looking for. I've only had, I think, 1 or maybe 2 other Pike beers that somebody sent me. I picked this one up in North Carolina at the Total Wine. They are not here in Virginia. I cannot get Pike Brewing here. I don't know why North Carolina gets them when we don't. Don't make no sense to me. Kind of sad, because I remember, I think I did the stout before it was sent to me, and it was awesome. So hopefully this one will be 2. So let's get on with this one. It's an American IPA, like I said, 6.5%. Availability is year-round. The food pairings on this is your typical IPAs, which is your curried and your Thai. And the cheeses are the peppery, Monterey, pepper jack, sharp blue. Your more pungent cheeses, Gorgonzola, Limburger. And the meat for this is poultry, fish, shellfish, salmon, and grilled meat. The beer is not recommended for extended cellarings, even though it's a 6.5% beer. It will keep for a while, but the hops will fade. So hopefully this will have a date on it. I can't tell right now. It doesn't have it on the label. So let's see what this one tastes like, guys. Into the glass. Wow. I got the ceiling fan on up there. I'm getting a little bit on the nose already that far away. Nice. Over into the light. It is kind of cloudy, so it kind of looks like an unfiltered beer to me, guys. Cannot see the bulb through it, so it is very orangey tangerine. and kind of cloudy. There are quite a few bubbles streaming up, so it looks like it's fairly well carbonated. Poured about a half a finger of head, and now it's dissipating. It's off-white color, and there are some big bubbles in there, but there are some nice tight creamy bubbles in there too. Let's get a nose on it. Very citrusy, floral, herbal. I'm getting pine and grapefruit. Everything that I like in an IPA, especially a West Coast style IPA. So let's give it a taste, see what it's about. Cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, very tasty, very citrusy. I'm getting oranges too, and some tangerine, some lighter fruit. A nice maltiness to it too. A nice malt backbone to this beer. Wow, very tasty. Let's see if there's anything else we need to talk about here. Alright, the commercial description: dry and floral with a beautiful aroma of fresh hops and a sublime maltiness from gently roasted barley. It doesn't look like it's that dark, looking at the color or anything, but it does look like it's unfiltered. So that would be my guess, not knowing. I don't think it says so on the label. Let me see. I don't see anything on that side. There's nothing written on that side. It does not say unfiltered on the label here. And like I said, the bottle is sweating, so I can't tell if there's a date on it or not. I don't remember the last one I have being dated, so I don't know if they're dating their stuff, guys. And I kind of find that pretty critical with this type of beer. You know how I am. So we're going to let it warm up, and it's a bomber. It's a 22 ounce. I'm going to let the other half have the other half, and we'll come back and do the final chug on this one. But it looks pretty impressive. It may be even an A beer. Stick around. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left. It's probably room temperature now. It's probably been 35-40 minutes since I was in here. So very tasty, very pleasant. Not super West Coast style. I mean, it's not that. It's not like Pliny the Elder or anything like that. But it's very tasty. It's got a grapefruity, piney, floral, herbal hop present going on, and I'm pretty sure it's unfiltered. It's got a little bit of the hops sediment in it, and the bottom half of the bottle was a little more cloudier than what I had poured, so I feel pretty sure it's unfiltered. So I'll chug. Yes, very tasty. Has a nice roasty malt flavor in there. Very nice, very pleasant. I bought another one of the Pike beers while I was in Total Wine last time I went to North Carolina for that little trip. And I can't remember which one it was, but it may be coming up fairly soon too. So it may be a double or something. I can't remember now. So they had several of them, and like I said, I could have spent $1,000 in there on all the different beers they had that I cannot get here. So, and that's just buying one of each. So, that being said, guys, let me know what you think of this one, if you've had it or not had it. I'm gonna give it. I was gonna look for a date on the bottle, wasn't I? I do not see anything stamped on this bottle at all. So I don't think they're dating their bottles, and that's sad. I mean, on an IPA, it needs to have a date on it. That's just a soapbox I stand on, guys. So I'm gonna give it an 8. If it had a date on it, it may have got the 9. So I'm gonna give it to 8, which is the A minus. I think it's an A beer. It's rather tasty. I would probably buy more of this if it had a date and was available in my area. Alright guys, we go to the ratings. Rate Beer has 91 overall and 81 in the style. And Beer Advocate comes up with 85, which is in their very good range. And I agree, it is very good beer. It's an A beer as far as I'm concerned. So if you can get this, give me some comments back on whether you've had it